My background in energy and water, it really started when I ended up working for Avista Utilities back in 1999. I started out as a marketing program manager, having come out of tech, actually Micron, and they hired me to run marketing programs, which looked a lot like running products or product managing. And so I worked to develop residential billing programs, energy efficiency programs, and brought the first online bill payment, if you could believe. You weren't allowed to pay your bill online until I set that program up in 2001. In my undergraduate coursework, I was fascinated by business and marketing, the opportunity to influence others and to make a difference, and the competitive element of selling and making money was what early on intrigued me. Later I went on to get an MBA, where I realized I needed the skills to think more like an enterprise leader, and I wanted to do more than do business and marketing. So we are a global company, and I live in the Pacific time zone, which means there's a lot of people ahead of me. By 6 a.m. I am an early riser. So I clear through the most urgent emails. Then I work out, I come home, I shower, I get into the office, I take calls on the way, and the chaos begins. And almost every day is full of meetings nonstop. I'm on one call to the other. On one call, I'm doing something courageous and heroic, and we're setting a strategy. On the next call, I'm dealing with a very difficult situation, a technical issue, a quality problem, an upset customer. Or then I have somebody in my office and it's a personnel issue, which are the hardest. By the end of the day, I look around and I'm like, I haven't done any work today. So then I hurry up and try to look at what needs to get closed. I think back, what were my priorities and intentions, and have I done any of it at all? I try to close the day. And then I get home, and I'm pretty good about that drive home and getting home and then getting plugged in, and then I'm back into mom and wife mode. Have a great dinner, and I rarely do much more than maybe scan email the rest of the day. Well, at the end of the day, we all have a sphere of influence. We all have an opportunity to make a difference. And I think it really behooves all of us to figure out what is that, and what can we do. And as I mentioned, I accidentally became part of the energy industry, and I was lucky enough to be able to help influence and shape the company that is Itron. So I think all I did was find a way I can make a difference. And how do I make a difference in how Itron thinks about its purpose and the actions that we take to make a difference in energy? And then therefore, what can we do as individuals to manage our own resources, water, energy? So I think it is, I'm not doing anything other than what anyone else does. We all have a different opportunity to make a difference in a different way. I just am embracing the opportunity that I have, that I was halfway lucky and halfway extraordinarily blessed to have, and making the most of it. Well, what I'd like to say to you is you have a wealth of opportunity and choices ahead of you. If you are fortunate enough to find yourself doing something where you realize that you can make a difference, that you could have influence, or that you can grow into an area where you can have that, it's an incredible blessing. It's a lot of fun. And I don't think there's anything more rewarding than realizing that not only what I do professionally is a good living, or I consider myself successful, but that I'm making a difference. And when you can get those things to come together, you are in a really, really fortunate position. So choose wisely, be willing to maybe take a different path than what seems to be the shortest distance between the most successful point, because life is a long game. And true happiness comes from more than just what seems obvious success. So good luck, best wishes, and have fun.